What's up, guys? We are jumping back into Cookie Run Kingdom today. I've been playing this game for about 2 weeks now, and there are some things that I've learned along the way that I hope can help you guys if you're just starting out with this game. There's tips that I wish I knew going into it that I kind of had to figure out on my own, and little mistakes that I made that I want to help you guys avoid making that kind of halted my progression. So I'm going to dive into these tips and help you guys get these things done, avoiding those mistakes that I made, and hopefully it will get the progression moving forward for you guys in a nice, efficient way. All right, number one is going to be production. They kind of teach you in the beginning of the game. They show you how to build, they show you how to upgrade the buildings, but they don't stress how important it is in this game to really get all of the pieces of your production built and to keep them running. I cannot stress enough how many times at the very beginning I forgot to keep the production moving. I forgot to queue up things that I was making, and then all of a sudden I needed all these materials and I didn't have them. What you can produce is based on the buildings you currently have in your kingdom. So we're going to tap on that little build button in the bottom left hand corner. Going to show us what we can place down. Anything lit up you can build. Please build those buildings, and then you can get your production started. So we're going to build what we have. You're going to get your production building. So if we go ahead and select one, this is going to show you that you can create wood here. So if we go ahead, we hold that little green button here, it will queue up, it will cost gold, but you'll get the wood production started. And it has the timer here for how long these take. Every building you put down, almost every building has a production cost and something that it generates. And this is all time-based, so you just want to get these down as quick as possible and start producing so you're not stalled like I was when it says, hey, you need to upgrade your castle, you need these items, and I'm like, I don't have enough of that, and I messed up. So get that production started. Part of that production is cookie houses. So right here, if we take a look, we have all these homes here. These are your cookie houses. 2 level 5 houses make a mansion. You can merge them together. These produce EXP jellies. EXP jellies are so necessary as the game progresses. I did not know this. I thought my cookies are leveling up. This is pretty nice. You know, a few EXP jellies here and there. They're gaining levels. Then I hit a wall. It took so many to move one level that I hit this progression wall, and I couldn't go forward because I hadn't upgraded my cookie mansions at all, and I couldn't get any EXP jellies, and my units were just kind of stuck. There are other ways to get EXP jellies, but right away, these cookie mansions, if you can build these cookie houses and cookie mansions, do it as quick as you can so you can start building up those jellies in your reserve. You are going to need them, I promise. The next tip that I did not know, and I wish I knew, was that I should have saved my crystals. It is so tempting to summon, so tempting to take your crystals that you earned and go get more cookies. Don't do that right away. You are going to be using these crystals to buy landmarks. The landmarks help you so much, and I had no idea. So I have all these crystals here, but if you look, I also have the spooky mansion, and I'm like, well, what was the point of building this? It's not just a spooky mansion. It gives my cookies crit, and it costs crystals, and nobody told me this. I wasted crystals summoning. Don't be me. Don't waste your crystals. I mean, you know, if you want to waste your crystals, you can totally do that. I'm not telling you not to summon, but if you're trying to conserve and not spend any money and just do this free to play, just please save your crystals for these landmarks. They are so important. To build these landmarks, it's super simple. You're just going to go ahead and tap build. At the bottom, you'll see decor. This is going to show you the different series and styles of decorations, but in these series is where the landmarks are located. So if we click Crimson Badlands, right here, we'll see landmark. And this is going to be giving our cookies that damage resist up 5%, and it is 5,000 crystals. That is a multi-and-a-half worth of summons and crystals that you're going to be spending on this landmark. So if you want to min-max the stats of cookies, don't summon. Get the landmarks. The next tip that I wish I knew just right away was to join a guild. Didn't even realize guilds were in this game until my friend was like, hey, are you in a guild? I was like, no, I'm still trying to figure the game out. And they're like, oh, join ours. I was like, okay, get in a guild. I'm going to show you why. There's a few reasons you want to hop into a guild. So you can tap that little friend icon at the top of the screen. The guild tab will be on the left-hand side. It will show you a list of recommended guilds. It has to be on the same server. So if you and your friend, one's playing on Pure Vanilla, others playing on Hollyberry, I think those are the 2 server names, they cannot join the same guild. So make sure if you're gonna play with your friends, make sure you're all making accounts on that same server so you guys can join the guild. Joining this guild was so nice. The people that I have met through this guild have been nothing but nice to me. They have helped me with this game. They have made it encouraging, and it's such a nice community aspect of this game. That's just right off the bat one of the nice parts of the guild. Second part is your cookies get stats. So you're actually going to be getting this up attack, up defense, up HP. Your cookies will just inherently all gain this effect based on the level of your guild's beacon. Joining a guild, your team just got stronger, just like that. If their beacon's up in level, you're getting stats right away. Third part is you do get access to a guild battle. So you're fighting this dragon. You have 3 attempts a day. You're going to be helping level up your beacon by getting this material that the dragon drops, and then you can use such material to go over to a guild gacha, which you can summon. This is really nice because this has a chance at a very nice treasure, and then you have a chance at Cream Puff Cookie, who's not so great, but there is a cookie in this gacha machine. But what's really nice about this is there's EXP jellies in here. So you get these guild points, you're doing these multi-summons, and you're getting jellies, which is so important to level up your units later on in the game, that this is such a nice little add-on to being in a guild that just makes it so worth it. The next tip that I wish I understood a little early on was the bounties. The bounties are what are going to make your character's skills stronger. So what we do is we hit play. It'll say today's bounty. You go on over here, it'll have what boss is up, and right now it says all skill powders. So when looking at your units have a type. So for example, the Sea Fairy Cookie is a bomber unit. So when we go to look at that upgrade on the right hand side of the skill here, we select upgrade, and it's going to cost gold and this bomber powder to upgrade, and every different class of unit has a specific powder that levels up their skill. So if we select the little arrow here, this will take us to the bounties. Tap that, gonna snap us back to that bounty screen. On the weekends, you have access to all the powders in these bounty runs. So if we hit enter, we go through the levels. So each time you eat up a bounty attempt and you successfully clear it, you are going to get higher and higher. And as you can see on the bottom here, more powders are going to drop per run. And then throughout the days of the week, a specific powder will be available in the bounties. So you guys can get your bomber powders, your defense powders, any kind of powder that you need to level up a specific cookie skill is going to be available on that day of that week. The next tip, guys, that I wish I found out about and understood a little earlier was the Tower of Sweet Chaos. So if we tap the play button in the bottom right, we go on over, we're going to see that Tower of Sweet Chaos. We're going to select that. This is going to be a ascending tower that you're spending these keys on to beat these cake layers, and you're going to see that you get rewards for clearing them. So, 72 jellies, 100 gold. These are ones I've already cleared, so even going back and doing these is going to give you more and more rewards. But if I go up to the one that I'm currently at, so I'm at Ray 14, it's going to say, hey, here are these first win rewards. Here's a lot of jellies. Here's some gold, some cake layer pieces, which can help you get a landmark in that decor section that we talked about earlier. And these keys are on a charge time basis. So if you're not using these keys, you're technically not getting as much as you could from this game mode. So if I go and look at the key, it says 34 minutes and 43 seconds left. That's how long we have left till another key appears. So you always want to be using as many keys as you can just to farm out some free extra jellies and gold. And even if you can't progress, so let's say I can't progress past stage 14, I'm stuck, can't do it, you can go down, you can spend your keys on these older stages and still get these jellies and gold. So this was something I didn't realize till later on. The keys just sat there and I was like, well, okay, that's great, but I'm happy I'm doing it now. Getting that done, it's something I wish I knew right away from the beginning. Another huge thing that is very helpful and is available to everyone is the event tab. So there's a lot of events going on in this game. If we select events, you have this list here on the left-hand side. This is going to show you the different things you can do and what you can do to get these items. So you're going to be getting jellies, you're going to be getting crystals, summons, you're going to be getting topping pieces for your cookies. It is going to be such a plethora of just free items and things to do that is going to net you some advantage in progressing your account forward, that you should just always be checking this tab. It'll light up with the little red dot. You can hop on in here, grab these rewards. There's so much free stuff in here, and it's just really nice to see. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the tips that I wish I knew when I started playing Cookie Run. I hope some of these tips help you guys if you're just starting out. I hope they help you avoid the progression mistakes that I made and just kind of keep that progression moving nice and smoothly forward so you don't get halted. I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching these videos. If you guys like the Cookie Run content, you want to see more Cookie Run content, please hit that sub button. If you're new here, welcome, and thank you guys so much. Remember, if you hit that thumbs up, it'll help bring my rates up. Peace, guys.